Welcome to CPHI 2015. We're here in Japan. I'm here with Christian Jones, who's heading up the Asia Pacific for Dr.Reddy's. Now, Christian, can you tell us a little bit about the relationship with CPS and Dr.Reddy's?
Sure. So CPS stands for our Custom Pharmaceutical Services. We're a business unit that's part of our Pharma Service and Active Ingredients division. And the Dr.Reddy's business, as you probably know, Scott, is about $2.3 billion last year. We're very much focused and we're very well known for our global generics business. However, the CPS business is our custom pharma services, and so we're really providing services using the value of the Dr.Reddy's integrated manufacturing sites, etc., to be able to offer that value to our customers, to our external network of innovators. And those innovators are disposed globally across the US, Europe, and Asia Pacific.
Okay, and how long has that link been available for Dr.Reddy's?
Quite some time now. For the last several years, we've been working as CPS, at least probably 10 years now, and the business is growing steadily. We have a number of key partners, key clients. We've been working right across the value chain from biotech through to major pharma clients on both drug substance and drug product supply.
Okay, great. And what are you looking to achieve as a company? Now, everyone knows Dr.Reddy's is a big company. You have a great location here at CPHI in Japan. What are you looking to get out of this show?
Well, we have an existing supplier base, we have an existing customer base, I should say, and we want to grow, we want our brand visibility to increase in Japan and in Korea and in the Asia Pacific markets. We have a number of customers that we're going to meet with here at CPHI, but we also want to meet new people, we also want to get the brand visibility increased. So really, it's an opportunity to meet existing customers, and it's an opportunity to grow the business and to meet some new partners.
Okay, and Dr.Reddy's within the pharma industry, they're known as being a valuable partner, and I understand within the Japanese market that's extremely important. Is that correct?
Absolutely. So there's no market like it. Japan is an incredibly complex market to do business with. It has been historically quite a closed market for outsourcing, but I think that's changing. So if you look at Japan specifically, over the last, I would say, 5 years, that market started to open up. The reason for this is there is an increased pressure on pricing within the Japanese pharma industry. Doctors, patients are all being driven towards generic products. Therefore, the cost of manufacture has to be reduced. The cost of development also has to be reduced. So not only are the generic companies having to produce their products more cost effectively, but also the innovators are having to think more effectively about how they outsource. But still maintain that same level of quality that Japan puts so high on its criteria for success. And that's one of the reasons that I think Dr.Reddy's is going to play a very active part in the outsourcing of the Japanese pharma industry.
Okay.
Because we can deliver both the cost effectiveness from coming from India, but we're also one of the top level blue chip companies within India, and we're a global company. So we can deliver that level of quality that Japan is looking for, but at the same time we've got manufacturing sites disposed globally, also in the UK and in Europe and in Mexico. So we're able to offer our partners the security of supply they're looking for. We're able to offer them the price pressure, important, effective solutions that they're looking for, and we're able to offer them innovation and quality.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned that. The feedback that I've received here on the floor, that in Japan it is indeed opening up the market. 1 in 4 people are over 65, so they've got an aging population, but they need to control healthcare spending. Has that resembled the kind of conversations that you've had on the floor so far in CPHI Japan?
Yeah, I think that has actually. We've seen more and more customers coming to us asking for services that maybe a year ago or 2 years ago we would have been very surprised for them to come and ask us for. We've had customers asking for formulation development and manufacture, and traditionally formulation has been an incredibly tight, closed area. Most Japanese customers want to keep that in-house. If they do outsource, it's to a Japanese CMO. But we're seeing an increasing interest in particularly high-potent active ingredient outsourcing, because we've noticed that the Japanese industry, there is a real demand for this. The actual capacity within Japan is limited. The number of partners that can offer these services are limited, and that area of the market is growing.
Okay.
So therefore, Japanese pharma companies are having to look outside of Japan for those for that offering.
Okay, so very interesting at the moment. You've got the second largest pharma market in the world that's now opening up. How will it develop, do you believe, in the next, say, 1 to 2 years for Dr.Reddy, or even the longer term, 1 to 5 years?
So Dr.Reddy's as a global business has a focus, main focus is in the US. We also have a real energy in Europe as well, and in Russia. We're listed amongst one of the top 10 pharmaceutical companies. In Japan, this is an area we really want to sort of drive and really grow our business in, not just with CPS, but also with our global generics business. So we're looking for partnerships in this market. I believe that Japan will be a very significant area for us in the next 10 years. And I've noticed that this outsourcing trend for Japanese customers is changing. So traditionally, Japanese companies would look at China for a lot of their raw materials, predominantly because of the cost. Looking into perhaps non-GMP intermediates, they might start to look at other countries like India, etc. But we're actually seeing a shift in the outsourcing strategy towards GMP intermediates and even NCE APIs. Okay. And we've actually, very fortunately, we're successful to be able to make NCE GMP APIs for some of our pharma partners. We have molecules in phase 2 and phase 3 that we're making for Japanese pharma companies right now.
Okay, great. So it's very important for them to be able to, or for yourself to be able to guarantee the supply chain when they are outsourcing. And I mean, in terms of your marketing activities here in the show, have you been able to meet those objectives? You mentioned that one of the ones was to meet new potential clients. Has that been met?
It certainly has. Today's been a great day, actually. We've had a number of walk-ons with some real interest, and which we weren't expecting, but those days are great when they happen. Yep. And to be honest, this was my first CPHI in Japan. Okay, really? Yeah, okay. Absolutely. I've been at many of the CPHI events in the past in Europe, but this is the first one for me, and it's been a great event. We've seen more traffic here than we have even at CPHI Europe. Really? More walk-on traffic, and I think some of the reason for that is because of the need for the Japanese market, but I think it's also because it's a smaller show. So you're getting a lot more interaction with people. They've got the ability to see the booth. It's not spread over, numerous halls, which is great because it gives us a much better visibility for the Japanese pharma customers. Okay, perfect. Well, you've heard it. If you'd like to come down here and meet a valuable partner, meet Christian and the team at CPS and Dr.Reddy. Thanks very much, Christian. Thank you, Scott. All right.